Deep in the quiet hills outside a small Washington town, there was once a piece of land that locals passed by without much thought. Nothing special, just fields, brush, and an old fence that leaned like it was tired of standing. But hidden there was something people whispered about for decades, a hole no one understood. They didn't know who dug it. They didn't know when it appeared. All they knew was that the hole had been there longer than living memory, and it behaved nothing like a normal pit. People said it swallowed anything you threw inside. Old tools, broken furniture, animal bones, gone forever. No echo, no thump, no sound of anything hitting a bottom. It was like the earth opened its mouth and simply ate. Years later, the land came into the hands of a man named Mel, a quiet guy who didn't think much of old stories. But curiosity eventually got him. He wanted to know just how deep this thing really was. So he lowered a weighted fishing line into the darkness. He expected the line to stop after a few hundred feet. Instead, it kept dropping, 1,000 feet, 5,000, then more. Mel kept lowering the line until the spool was nearly empty, and still, nothing. No tension, no indication that the weight had touched anything solid. Something else was strange too. The air around the hole felt colder than the rest of the field, like a steady chill rising from below, even on warm afternoons. Birds avoided the spot, circling wide around it. Dogs trembled when Mel tried to bring them near. One neighbor told Mel about a memory from his childhood. Farmers used to toss dead livestock into the hole because it was easier than digging a burial pit. "But don't stand too close," the old man warned. "Things thrown in there don't always stay gone." Mel didn't take him seriously until rumors began spreading about a strange incident. A local man claimed he had seen a dog that looked exactly like his old shepherd, the same one he had dumped into the mysterious hole years earlier. The dog stood at the tree line, silent, watching him with eyes that didn't blink. When the man called out, the animal turned and slipped back into the woods without a sound. The town shrugged off the tale as grief or imagination. But Mel couldn't shake the feeling that something was deeply wrong with that piece of land. Then one morning he noticed something new. Tire tracks, heavy ones, pressed into the dirt road leading to his property. Strangers had been there, not neighbors, not hikers, people who didn't want to be seen. A few days later, unmarked trucks appeared near the property line. Men in plain clothing walked the perimeter, speaking quietly into radios. They didn't give their names. They didn't explain anything. They simply told Mel he needed to leave the area for his own safety. By the next week, fences stood where the open field used to be. Warning signs were planted along the edges. Whatever was beneath that hole, someone, some agency, didn't want the public anywhere near it. Mel tried to fight it, but documents disappeared. Paperwork he once had seemed to vanish. His ownership was argued, questioned, tangled in legal knots he couldn't untie. Soon after, he left the region entirely. Today, the land is off limits. The mysterious hole is covered or hidden. No one knows for sure. And all that remains is an unanswered question. What made that pit so disturbing that ordinary people feared it? And powerful people wanted it hidden. Some believe it was a natural anomaly. Some say it was a doorway, to where no one can agree. Others think the truth lies beneath the ground, deeper than any line Mel could ever drop. But until someone proves otherwise, the mystery of Mel's hole sits quietly in the Washington hills, waiting for the next curious mind, brave enough to ask what lies in the darkness below. Do you think the truth about Mel's hole is scientific, secretive, or supernatural? Share your thoughts in the comments, and like, comment, share, and subscribe for more unexplained mysteries brought back to life. The Driven Tales.